Good afternoon, everyone. It's David Schlotthauer here, back with another important weather forecast as the Midwest and the Deep South are prepping for another severe weather event, including the possibility for some tornadoes, some large hail, and damaging winds. But also, these storms could generate some very heavy rain as well that could lead to some isolated flood concerns too. So in today's detailed update, we'll break down all those details. So as you all can see, when we take a look at our upper level water vapor imagery, there's a lot of action going on across the United States, especially over the Northeast. Yeah, we're talking heavy rainfall, flooding, and some strong winds there, causing a lot of problems. It's no stranger danger for them because of this El Nino that we're finishing up in. But look at what's off the California coast. This is going to be the next one. This is going to be the little guy that's going to be moving into the desert Southwest tonight, and it's going to be triggering our next round of severe weather. But in the meantime, enjoy the quiet weather while it lasts, because once that severe weather gets going, you're going to be very sorry that you didn't get anything done outdoors. So right now, current temperatures in Texas, the Deep South, we're talking upper 70s to lower to mid 80s. We got a 90 down there in southwestern far Texas. Man, it is warm. It's hot this time of the year for early March standards. And then you go into the northern plains like, say, Des Moines, Iowa, 57 degrees. And then you go into Minneapolis, it's 54, really, really warm. And we got some 60s in southeastern portion there of South Dakota, much of, say, Nebraska in the upper 50s to lower 60s. So some really, really warm temperatures. And I'm sorry to say, it's not going away anytime soon. It's going to get warm again by the weekend. Anyways, though, you all clicked on this video to find out what the severe weather is going to do in your area on Thursday and Friday. So let's get into this. This is the HRRR model. So this is the high resolution rapid refresh over Texas, Oklahoma, into the Arklatex area. And we do have some showers and thunderstorms that are going to pop up late tonight into the morning hours for your Thursday. You can see over western Texas, we do got some showers and storms that look to fire up there. These are likely going to be elevated and not surface space. So any spin ups that you do see, not going to happen. That's the good news, right? But the bad news is these are going to become surface-based once we get surface heating going on. So by Thursday afternoon, we can see some discrete supercells across central northeastern Texas, including the Dallas-Fort Worth area, southeastern Oklahoma into northern Arkansas and Missouri. Well, more, if you get into Missouri, it's going to be more stable up there. But you go further south, west here, it's more chunky. See these storms, those are thunder boomers that are going to be developing. And then by Thursday night, the action continues. And then we get some storms going into Arkansas. Some of these could be severe. But really, the big action day now looks to be on Friday for the most part. That's what I'm seeing at the moment because more dynamics come into play with that surface low. So we can see storms firing up in central Texas. Oops, let me go back right here. So this is early Friday morning, showers and thunderstorms. Some of them could be severe. And then look at this, by Friday afternoon, or late morning, I should say, we get more discrete natured type storms here. See these little itty bitty storms, they're going to be moving northeastward while the surface flow is out of the southerly direction and the upper level flow is more out of the southwesterly. We get shear. We're going to get some organizing thunderstorms. Some of them could be severe enough to produce tornadoes, large hail, and some damaging wind gusts exceeding 65 miles an hour. So now looking at the NAM model here as we go forward in time, let's kind of play this through here. We can see there's that line of storms. This is what this is again from the NAM, not the HRRR. So we're looking at a different high resolution model on our convective allowing model. And yeah, there's your outflow boundary for Thursday. And then it kind of goes away miraculously by early Friday morning. And then look at it revents by the time we go into Friday late morning, early afternoon. While the NAM is not too optimistic at this, really not very aggressive like the HRRR model is showing, and that is why there's a lot of uncertainty in the models, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center is not really going enhanced yet, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But look at some snow over western Oklahoma towards the end of the model run. So now looking at the Ohio Valley, I wanted to show you all this because I don't want to forget about you all up there. You can see over Illinois, over Missouri, some showers and thunderstorms, and then look at what we have going on later on in the period, maybe St. Louis, central southern Illinois, near, say, Bloomington and southward, could see some strong showers and thunderstorms. And then, of course, if you're in, say, the Tennessee area, you could get some elevated or surface-based storms as we have that warm front that is going to be draped across the area. So overall, not the biggest severe weather event that we have had, but definitely it's not something that I'm going to ignore, and I'm going to be addressing this in my future videos. So this is the day 2 outlook for severe weather. This is for tomorrow, and we did talk about who is going to get it, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, western Texas-ish, along that dry line, as well as, say, the Oklahoma region, going to see a marginal to slight risk for severe weather. When we take a look at our tornado probabilities, there is only a 2%, so a big tornado threat not expected. This is going to be a largely hail threat and a wind, mainly a hail threat, but the wind threat is also going to be out there. Won't surprise me if we see isolated wind gusts exceeding 65, but it's going to be a hail threat because that EML that's going to be in place, that dry line, the ingredients coming together for that. And then when we take a look at our day 3 outlook over the Deep South, there's your slight risk, okay? And it's a non-SIG, so there's nothing to fear of. We're not seeing a hatched area here, so any severe perimeters are not going to be significant for the time being. But it doesn't surprise me if we get a little area in here, maybe over the Louisiana, like the Shreveport area, we might get a little bit enhancement there, and we'll see what the SPC does in later outlooks. But there's more to worry about besides the severe weather, and that's the flood risk. Yes, also for California, under a marginal risk for heavy rainfall. Man, we've been just at it this winter. Lots of flood outlooks issued for California. And then for the Northeast, there is a slight risk for heavy rainfall for today. But that's not it. There's a marginal risk for the Midwest and the Deep South for day 2. That's tomorrow, Thursday morning through Friday morning, for the Arklatex area into, if you're in, say, Missouri and Illinois, you're under a marginal risk. But that's not it. It's a day 3 slight risk for the Deep South, yes, including for Georgia, if you're in Alabama, Mississippi, if you're in, say, New Orleans, like Baton Rouge and Mardi Gras area, just be aware of that. Gonna get some heavy rainfall out of this one. Flooding is definitely a concern, and over portions of the Appalachians too. Cannot forget about you all under a slight risk for heavy rainfall. Now, before I do end the video, I do have 5 important announcements to share with you all. As always, I've been mentioning this in my past few videos. I am going to be hosting a total solar eclipse live stream on Monday, April the 8th, 2024. It begins in my location at Kerrville, Texas at 12:15 p.m. We're going to be making the drive to Kerrville, Texas on April the 3rd. It's going to be a very exciting event. And not only that, I will be doing a Q&A live stream on April the 2nd about what my plans are for this solar eclipse. So I highly recommend you all joining that stream so that way your questions can be answered if you have any. And then, of course, my first Atlantic Hurricane Seasonal Outlook will be released on April the 15th. So on Monday, April the 15th, is when it will come out. And then my first routine tropical weather outlook will begin on May 25th, and it will run through November the 1st. But as always, you could also follow me here on Discord at Weather Force Today. There will be a link in the description below this video, along to go with my Twitter page as well, and other social medias. You saw them throughout the video today. They were on the right side. So if you all want to check that out, please consider doing so. But that's going to sum it up for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your family and friends on social media. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'll be back in the home weather office tomorrow with another detailed weather forecast.